Imagine the possibility of stepping away from your job in just a decade, relying solely on your investments, all by contributing just $1,000 each month. Avoid lottery tickets, refrain from pursuing miracle stocks, and don't delay until retirement age. A well-structured and strategic approach that transforms calculations into wealth and wealth into independence. It may seem challenging, particularly given the rising costs of essentials like gas, groceries, and housing. Stay with me until the very end of this video, and I will outline precisely how this can be achieved, the common pitfalls to avoid, and how you can create a strategy that makes retirement attainable within the next 10 years. It's important to stay engaged, as every detail counts. Many individuals envision retirement as a far-off goal to be achieved. In essence, retirement marks the moment when your investments begin to cover your expenses rather than relying on your salary. That concludes our discussion. The primary consideration is the timeline for reaching your goal, and whether a monthly contribution of $1,000 will suffice. Let's analyze this systematically, one step at a time. Initially, the idea of allocating $1,000 each month for investment appears to be a strong strategy. Indeed, it is. However, many individuals overlook an important aspect. It's not solely about the amount you save, but rather the purchasing power of that money in the future. Inflation gradually diminishes the value of your dollars each year. When you achieve a 7% return, but inflation is at 3%, your actual gain is not 7%, but rather 4%. Additionally, if your investments are held in a taxable account, you will need to account for the tax implications that may reduce your overall returns. The figures that appear favorable on a calculator may not translate as positively in practical scenarios. This is a point at which numerous individuals may feel disheartened. Individuals often consider, if my $120,000 in contributions only appreciates to $155,000 over 10 years with conservative returns, that won't suffice for retirement. Indeed, that perspective holds true, provided you cease your progress at that point. Many individuals often view $1,000 a month as a static figure, as if it were set in stone. However, the value of $1,000 today will not be equivalent to $1,000 in 2035. It is essential to make necessary adjustments. By increasing your contributions by a mere 3% annually, essentially aligning with inflation and modest salary increases, you can significantly enhance your financial future. After a decade, you will find that your contributions have increased, and your investment portfolio is generating greater returns on your behalf. Rather than $155,000, you could potentially observe figures like $180,000 or even $200,000. That's prior to considering the effects of compounding and reinvested dividends, which function as a powerful mechanism within the overall strategy. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and also press the like button to know more financial insights. Consider this analogy. Each dollar you allocate is akin to sowing a seed. If you allow it to remain undisturbed, it has the potential to develop into a single tree over time. However, by reinvesting the dividends, you initiate a cycle where your initial investment begins to generate additional growth opportunities. In due course, you will cultivate a thriving ecosystem, and that ecosystem will begin to sustain itself. Where would be the most strategic allocation for that $1,000? Opting for a high-yield savings account or treasury bonds provides a secure option, although it may not offer rapid growth. The maximum potential return is 5% per year, but when accounting for inflation, the actual growth is quite limited. That approach will not lead to financial independence. This is where assets focused on growth, such as stock index funds or real estate investment trusts, play a crucial role. REITs are particularly advantageous due to their legal obligation to distribute a significant portion of their income as dividends. This indicates a consistent stream of income, and the added benefit is that as rental prices increase due to inflation, your earnings will also grow. By consistently investing $1,000 each month into a portfolio focused on REITs with an expected yield of 5 to 6%, you could potentially accumulate $250,000 or more over a decade. This equates to an annual income ranging from $12,000 to $15,000, which breaks down to approximately $1,000 each month. While this amount may not provide for a permanent career change, it is sufficient to manage essential expenses such as groceries, rent, or healthcare. As you continue to invest and reinvest, you will notice that your growth accelerates significantly, transforming that initial momentum into substantial gains. The initial decade can often seem to progress at a sluggish pace. Be prepared to make sacrifices, commit to consistent investments, and understand that your account may appear to be growing at a slow pace. That is the reason many individuals tend to abandon their efforts. There seems to be a perception that it is not yielding the desired results. However, many individuals may not recognize that they are merely a short distance from the point where the benefits of compounding begin to significantly increase. Financial prosperity is not achieved in the second year. It is cultivated over the long term, often becoming evident in the 12th or 15th year, when the growth of your investments surpasses the limitations of your salary. The key is not to chase the quickest gains. Rather, it's about enduring long enough for the numbers to work in your favor. Now, let's discuss systems. Relying solely on willpower is not sufficient to achieve your goals. Individuals who successfully achieve early retirement do more than simply invest. They implement automation in their financial strategies. When their paycheck arrives, a predetermined portion is allocated directly to their investment accounts. Dividends are automatically reinvested, and contributions increase in line with inflation, all managed without the need for daily decision-making. It's essential to recognize that making decisions requires a significant investment of energy. Systems do not. Strategies remain effective even in times of stress, fatigue, or the inclination to withdraw during a market downturn. That is the true advantage. When your finances operate seamlessly, consistency transforms from a mere aspiration into a certainty. Once you begin to notice 6 figures in your account, a unique shift occurs. While the financial gains can be thrilling, the true change occurs within your mindset. You begin to view each dollar not merely as an immediate expense, but as an asset that contributes to your long-term financial growth. Suddenly, that $200 impulse purchase seems less like a moment of enjoyment and more like compromising your future financial growth. It's not about being extremely frugal, it's about making informed and strategic decisions. You begin to shift your mindset from questioning affordability. Begin by inquiring, is this action advancing my goals towards independence, or is it holding me back? This transition alters your perspective on all aspects. Is it truly possible to retire in a decade by contributing $1,000 each month to your investments? The straightforward response is affirmative, provided you approach it correctly. To optimize your financial strategy, consider adjusting for inflation, reinvesting your gains, selecting growth-oriented investments, and, crucially, maintaining consistency, even during periods of sluggish progress. Achieving early retirement is not solely a matter of chance or exceptional talent. Design is the focal point. A decade of disciplined effort can lead to a lifetime of financial independence. It's important to remain proactive during the quieter periods, as these are the times when you are establishing a solid foundation for future success. Watch the video appearing on the right side to know the wealth acceleration point. Also, subscribe to our channel to get notified about more informative videos.